Hello everyone. Today we're starting this new series. I'm going to use DJI's MAVIC MINI and I'm going to do some aerial recording of the areas close to my home and anywhere we go. The flight today we are doing is going to be on a lakeshore area in Scarborough, Ontario, over Lake Ontario. This is one of the biggest lakes we have in Canada, and one interesting fact about this lake is on this side of this lake you can see it's Canada. The other side is New York, USA. This is going to be my first flight with DJI's MAVIC MINI of such sort. I just recently bought it about a week or so ago. Before we are doing this flight, I did use it a few times just to get a hang of it, and today we just checked the wind direction, and it's only like about 7 miles per hour, so I do not think we're going to have a lot of difficulties flying it over here. And buying this drone was an interesting decision. When I bought it, I bought another one before this from a company called Yashin. But when I fly it for the first time, it was a really bad experience. That thing had some kind of a problem. Every time it goes into the air, it would drift to the left, and on the very first flight, I ended up landing it in a tree. And it took me about 5-10 minutes to get it down. But thankfully I was able to return it on Amazon, and they refunded the money. And then I did some more research, and I figured out DJI was a better company making the drones, and specifically Mini, because it's only 249 grams and you do not need to register it in Canada. But keep in mind, doing the registration is one thing, but legally being able to fly it in Canada, it's very difficult. Majority of Toronto is no fly zone. You can't even fly in Ontario parks or national parks of Canada, because they'll give you a huge fine if you do that. So it's tricky to find places where you can fly without breaking any rules, and this is one area where you can actually do that. And today I'm going to see how far we can go without breaking any signals with this drone. I like this area to fly because, first of all, you can avoid flying over people. Plus, you get a really good view of the lake. You can see some houses onto the left, and there's a train track. And I believe every 5 to 10 minutes you can actually see a train passing by. So we'll see that if we can get a view of one today. And since the wind is not too strong, you can see the water is really steady. It's only small tiny waves. It's interesting that this is a tiny drone, but it's almost at about 3400. You see, that's the first wind warning we get. I'm going to slow it down a little bit and bring it lower. Alright, and let's continue moving forward. Alright, we crossed about 4,000 feet. And I'm actually hearing a train on my left, so let's see if we can get a good view of the train. I'm gonna pan to the left. There's still a few people who are actually enjoying a walk around this area. I don't see a lot of people around here. And since this is April, you'd see that the trees are not green yet. Otherwise this would look more beautiful. I think there's actually, yeah, there is a train coming. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a tiny one. Perfect. It's a small one. Love the way. Perfect. And I like how good the video quality of this drone is. And since this is my first flight, I'm not gonna go more towards the farther side and risk losing this thing, so because I'm not really 100% sure of its capabilities. So let's actually turn around and start heading back. Well, look at the vastness of this lake. It's huge. Even though this is a very big lake, but it's not the biggest in Canada. I believe it's at number 5 or 6. So there's bigger lakes than this. Let's see how vertically, if we can pan it down and see this thing. I believe the fastest speed of this drone is about 18 miles per hour. We're doing at about 17.6, 7 or 8, so it's pretty close to the limit. Control wise, I feel I'm in full control of this thing, and it's not lagging. If I move the joysticks, it actually responds pretty fast. And this is a water treatment plant, you can see at the top of the screen. And since this, I believe, is a government building, we're not going to fly over it. We're going to keep the drone over water. And another thing, if you're buying this drone, make sure you buy the DJI, I believe it's called drone insurance, or I don't know the exact wording they use, but it's about like 70-80 bucks. But if in case you lose your drone while flying, they'll replace it for 2 times, and they'll charge you a small amount of money for that. But it's going to be worth it, because if you're new to flying drones, it's pretty easy to lose control and lost it. Now on the left of the screen, you'll see a couple people trying to paraglide. We're gonna come back to them and see that if we can actually capture their flight. Oh, there we are. We got about 60% battery left, so I'm not going to land it. I'm going to go to the other side. That's more of a trail. And actually we come here in the summertime. This is a good place to take a walk. But I've never seen it from from the air. It's looked pretty good. Okay, one good thing about living in Scarborough is that wherever you are, you'll find such places very easily around you. We have a Rouge Park. We have I don't remember the name of all the parks, but we got quite a few. I removed the screen recording from my phone so that you can actually see it better. We are flying at about 150 feet. I'm not gonna go more than that up in the air, and I'll try to keep the drone less than 4,000 feet away from me. I think I've seen some people flying closer to 8,000, 9,000 feet, but I'm not gonna do that yet. I'll figure out that if we actually have a better place where we can fly that far and reveal some interesting stuff. I'll basically use it to actually fly over some islands. I do have some lakes I've been researching wherein there are islands about that far, and in the next videos we'll see that if we can fly over there. We've got to figure out if there's the weather is nice and it's not windy. Toronto, the snow is mostly melted, but if you go a little bit farther away, there are still places where you have a lot of snow. We actually had a little snowfall a couple of days ago. See, the parking lot is empty, but there are still people who kind of parked on the side of the roads. I'm gonna fly over the swamp. There's a little red metal structure. I believe that's made in memory of someone. Look how good the water looks. Oh, there those people are trying to fly again. Let's see. I'm gonna stop here so we can actually catch if they are able to fly. Actually, I want them to succeed in their flight more than they want it, because I want to record it for everybody to see. Let's go back a little so we can actually capture a full view. See, we were at about 140 feet up in the air, and we still have about 45% battery left. So this drone is performing way better than I expected. So battery wise, it can actually go farther. I believe we'll try going 5,000 to 6,000 feet in the next time. We got about 17 satellites connected, so that we make sure that we have good communication. Oh, since these guys are not able to fly right now, let's actually look at the lake a little bit more before we land. If you want to see more flights like these, please comment below. And if you have specific areas around Toronto which you want to see like this, let me know. I will figure out that if it's legal to fly over there, and I'll try to make good videos like this. The The water seems to be a little muddy closer to the shore. Let's see what it is. Why is that? Wow, look at there are no clouds at all. It looks so green at the horizon, and it's muddy over here. Come on guys, please fly it. I think they're just testing to make sure that thing works. They're not gonna fly today. On the top right of the screen, that's Pickering. We cannot fly farther on that side because there is the nuclear plant over there, and that's a restricted zone. On the left side, there is Toronto Airport, the Pearson Airport, and that has I believe 10 nautical miles around it, whether it's a no-fly zone or a restricted height zone. But I'm not gonna take a chance flying there because the bylaws, people, they will give you a fine right away. And guys, that's about it for this video. I'm going to start landing the drone. If you like it, please let me know. Please write in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel because I'm going to start a series of these videos, and share it with your friends, because if this is good videos, you want to show people the kind of work we are doing. Thank you very much and enjoy your day.